Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Mixed Media Mayhem, and today is going to be a little bit different kind of video. I do not have a photo. My printer ran out of black and yellow ink at the same time, so I went hunting down ink at all the office supply stores that are left after many have gone out of business, and I found black only. I've ordered the yellow a few days ago, but it's going to be at least a week before it arrives from Epson. And funny thing is I'm getting low on magenta and cyan, and they're out of those. So at Epson, you know, the source. So, and there was nothing but black at any of the stores that I went to a couple days ago. So anyway, I have made, the only thing I've done ahead of time is I've made this photo cluster, and I'm going to make the page with the photo cluster. I'm going to take a photograph of it, and then I'm going to digitally add the photo on top of this mat, and we'll see if that is good enough to post. We'll see what that looks like. So, I also can't show you the original. The original that we are lifting, and I can't tell you who it's by. I'll try to put that in the description. The things that I'm going to copy or use from, I'm going to be inspired by. There was it's like a paper. I'm going to use this paper, but their paper had, it was largely open here, and then there's some script that kind of started. And right about where the script started, they had split the page in two and distressed and peeled open to reveal a darker color underneath. And I'm thinking I might go with that purple. I found, when I was looking through my Halloween supplies, I found an unopened pack of this Arsenic and Lace collection kit that goes back to 2014. And it was at the very bottom of the drawer. Let me see if I can find that purple. It has this sheet of stickers, which I'm going to keep handy. Just kind of put that right there. And I use this cover to fussy cut elements if I need to. And then I'm going to go through these papers. Anyway, the paper was split. There was a photo cluster right here with some elements, and then some of those elements were repeated in a small cluster down on this side of the page. And one of the elements was some glittered branches, like tree branches. It wasn't a Halloween page, but I have a stencil that has tree branches, two different kinds. So I thought I'd use one up here and then one down here, maybe make it a little bit shorter. And I have some other stencils. I have this skeleton, skull, and crossbones. And then I have some Halloween script. I have some little yellow bicycle vinyl stick-on things that may actually end up being too big for what I want to do. And then, like I said, the stickers that came with the collection. So I'm going to pull this page out, and then I'm going to mount that on top of, and my mixed media today is not going to be real wet, because this is not thick paper that can take that, but I may use some texture paste, this Creative FX silver glaze, to do a few of the little skulls. So that'll be just a small bit. I'm going to put the rest of these papers back behind me I'm gonna cut this purple. I debated whether to use the purple side or the lace side because I thought the lace might look nice in there. The photo is a photo of me dressed up in my Halloween costume a few years back, and I've still got all the parts to that costume, so I always use all of those things and then try to add something new each time. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'll cut this. I'm gonna leave a little bit wider space. I'm gonna cut it here, and then I'll move it over 3/4 of an inch and cut this strip, and I'll save that for something else. And then I'm just gonna distress this like crazy and kind of tear it and peel it back and let that purple show through. Okay, so that'll go there. And then I'm going to do this side. And I have heavily filtered the photo, and it really brings out all the bright colors. So it's going to be a kind of a colorful, and I've just kind of done that like that. It'll be colorful, and there is some purple involved, and there's some lime green. So I'm going to use, that's why I've used this Paige Evans lime green paper in the midst of all this kind of vintagey looking Halloween paper. And I'm folding this back. It's good that it has these cut apart cards on the back because there are lots of different colors, and as I peel it over, those colors are going to show. So now I'm just gonna do that. And I think in the original, they let, excuse me, the space be created by the distressing, and it was just kind of a slice in the paper. And I took a slice out because like I said, I wanted more of that purple to show. So that's what it looks like. I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive kind of right at these top and bottom corners. Okay, and let's say I put my photo cluster there. There's some distress oxide that I'm going to do there, and let's say the bottom cluster is going to be down here. So I will do this in kind of a circular fashion. I'm using spiced marmalade. I was looking at carved pumpkin. I'm gonna kind of go and just kind of starting up here close to the edge and going irregularly around. I'm not making it as a perfect circle or pumpkin look or anything like that. And I'm really just kind of feathering it out at the ends. Okay, so that's done, and I'm going to come do something similar here, which will anchor the little cluster that we're going to do here. Okay, so that's going to go there. And I don't have the original to look at, so I'm just going to guess what comes next. I'm going to do the branches. I'm going to do this one here, and I'm going to do it in ground espresso. And I'm going to try to get it kind of heavily on there. And I'm going to do the other one here. And I kind of like how the text looks coming through the branch. Let me get that really done. Okay, that's perfect. And then this one, I could do kind of like that, but I think I'll do it here, and then I'll put some kind of embellishment there, because I want it to go up above. But why don't I put it on the other side? And I'll do it like this. I'll do it here, like this. Let me get this out of the way. That one's not going to be as solid, but it's solid enough. That one actually looks a little more realistic. Okay, so I'll put this down here and move it a little over that way so that we have a lot showing over here. Now, I want to add something in this dark purple. It's one of Tim Holtz's newer colors called Villainous Potion. It's not exactly the same purple as this, but I kind of like it. And I'm just going to do a shadow tree. Kind of like so. Okay. And I'm going to do this one kind of down here, down low. Okay, just to give it a little personality. I'll just leave that there just as a placekeeper. So I've added some purple in there. I think I'll put all those brushes away. There were also kind of circles of twine that went behind the there was one that was behind the photo, and it was orderly and circular, and with a it was a different kind of page, like I said. And I think I'm gonna anchor this kind of back behind the photo. I should staple it, right? But let me just put a bunch of glue And I'm going to go ahead and attach the photo cluster. I'm going to do it like that. I'll let that be kind of circling around like that. Let me put some foam behind it, and then I'll put some liquid glue. In addition to the tape. So let me get, and I know for the last like 6 videos I've been saying that I needed to refill that. Let me get it right here. I was going to move it further over, but I've got that guy. So that should work. And if I feel like I need some more bits, I'm going to make this one kind of circly and just lay it down right here. I'm going to find a sticker, I think, to go, and this one I can staple. There, and the pressure of the stapling kind of made this stand up, so I'm going to put a little glue here and press that into it, and then a little glue here. Let me get that pressed down. And I'll get that pressed down. Okay, and let me find that sticker so that I can get that. I don't know if I want a pumpkin or if I like the, well, actually, I like this pumpkin. It says King of Halloween, but it's a picture of me. So I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to fussy cut that. And get some foam behind it. And that's going to be my title, actually, if I can change that king to queen. So, let me do this. And then I'm going to add a little sticker that's outlined in green that's kind of a cauldron. And I will just slide that up under and kind of have it like this. I have this branch with the owl on it, and I thought about having it coming out here, but I didn't have, I guess I could have cut off this branch and put it down here. But this is a mixed media page, so I thought I'd maximize the mixed media. Okay, so I've got that. I want something up at the top. This Witch's Night of Spooks and Spells. Walk into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. Let me just do a couple easy things. I'm going to put this right there with some foam. Okay, there. And then I've got this feather, which might look cool. Coming down that way? No, don't like that. I have problems with feathers. I think I've discussed this with you before. I love the look of them, but I have trouble getting the angles right without covering up most of the feather. So how about something like that? And then let's see if there's a small embellishment. There is a cobweb corner that I thought would be cute as a photo corner on this this one green layer here. See if I can get it down in there. I distressed it too well. It's kind of gonna get hidden. Let me turn it around and see if I can sneak it in there. And what I can do is I can fold that over and kind of add that element so that it does show better. And I can even roll it. Okay, there we go. And you can see the orange underside. Okay, now I want to do a couple of these little skeletons. And I need to get this laid down where I can kind of do it there. And I've got this silver texture paste. It's never been opened, so it should be good. Let's see. The seal is on there, really nice and tight, so it should not be dried out. And I think that silver will stand out against the background. I thought about doing turquoisey or purpley or something. Okay, just a little bit of this silver right in here. And I think it's too wet. Okay, it didn't, it's not horrible, and I can kind of fix what's wrong with it. Let me do this one maybe right there. And I'm going to use the paste that's already on here. And if it doesn't come through, let me get a little tiny bit more. Okay, you can kind of tell. Let's call it vintagey looking, why don't we? Why don't we say that that was intentional and I was just trying to get a vintagey look. Okay, I need to put this someplace that it's not gonna get on my floor. So I've got a paper scrap. I haven't done a good job of that. Got the paper scrap, and I'll load that, and I'll take it to the kitchen right away. Okay, now I am eyeing these butterflies, and the butterflies are going to maybe somewhat obscure the skulls. Let's see, I can do this one. Let's see, there's a green one too. I'm gonna do it kind of right there and have it glued down with the wing flat, the body flat on the background with the wings there. Okay, so the green one I think is a little bit smaller, and it might work here. And I'm gonna let it be held on there by the texture paste in a way. Some of the texture paste got on the pumpkin. So I'm gonna let it cover part of the pumpkin face. Pick up the wings so it doesn't cover it all. And I'm gonna try not to totally destroy my stenciling. Okay, now I'm gonna go to town with some black splatters, and I can do that because I don't have a photo on here. I thought I might use this. Well, let's use this. I'm going to let the title of this be Wicked, because in my costume, I'm standing there looking wicked. So I'm gonna put it kind of out here, and I'm gonna tape over, let's see, where's my tape? I'm gonna tape over the words that are above it. And I've got some on my, okay, let me get my ink back. I'm gonna use purple. I hope I have the stencil on right. If I have it on backwards, that would, in and of itself, kind of make it an interesting page. And I've got the purple up here by the purple butterfly, and I've got to get that out of the way. Let me get the D fully on there, and to do that I'm going to have to, and of course I do everything out of order. That's kind of my thing. JQ Crafty's byline is, if it's not crooked, she didn't create it. Mine is, if things are done in the right order, it wasn't me. It wasn't me who did it. Okay, now let's see how that looks. I've got to cover this up, and I will take care of removing that top seal, because it'll collect all kinds of bacteria if I don't. And I will tend to that later off camera. Okay, get that back on there. Turn this around, take this off carefully so as not to completely destroy the twine. I have got some purple ink on the twine, and that's going to be okay. Okay, now, I said something about black splatters. Let's do that. But first, I have these little, they're called typed tokens, and they're typed with all kinds of Halloween things, sayings. So I'm going to use a 31 over here on top of, and you can see how much of the texture paste I picked up with my fat fingers. Put that right there, and I don't have any twine in it, but some twine would be cute in it, right? Do we want that same orange twine? I would think so, and I'm just going to feed it through and let it kind of curl around like, well, may as well fix it now. And I can get some glue on it to get it setting before I take the photo. That's not going to work. Okay. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tie it, let it stick up. Let it go over here. I'll get it kind of glued down there and glued down there. And let me press it with this. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing there. Okay, there. And then I want another one. This says haunt, and it maybe could go under there. I'll go ahead and just put some glue on it. And I think I will leave that without any twine. Just do it a little bit differently. Let me look back at the stickers and see if there's anything else I can see. This little phrase here says spooky, and I like that. It's in purple, and I can put it over there next to the 31. I'm gonna distress it though, so that you can see the edges, and so it stands out and doesn't look just like a flat sticker. I'm not inclined at the moment to prop it up on foam, or am I? Let's do that. Let's see if we can do that. It's kind of small, so I typically shy away if things are that small. Okay, but this one might work. Okay, so that says spooky. And then we've got, in lime green, we have the word eek. And I'll do that one. And this one I may just go ahead and glue it down flat. And I'll put it maybe right here. Just handling it, I got all the sticky off the sticker. Okay. And I'm kind of thinking that the splatters are about all I need right now. Let me put these things off to the side so I don't, and I think I decided that I don't need anything here. That's way too big. These are things I can use when we decorate the house. Right, this would kind of be cool right there if I were making a different kind of page. So I think I'm gonna pass on those. Let me see what else we have here. I have some small little dots, like this fleur-de-lis, but I think I like these kind of filigree looking. And again, I'm going to, so I keep saying the only thing I need is black splatters, and then I go find other things. I'm thinking this needs something else here. So, you know what? If I have a black or a silver flare, or something even like this gray one that looks, here's a solid gray. Ooh, that's kind of a spooky looking one right there. So I'm gonna put this on there on top of it. Let's see if I can get it attached. Okay, I'll put it right there and put this kind of hanging off here, and I'll see if I can find a word sticker here. This says creepy, and that's probably a good description. Okay, I'm going to put this I'm going to move this over here. And put that so that it overlays it, or overlaps it. Okay, do I need, maybe I can use this up here. I've got these things pasted down, so it's going to have to come off this side of it and maybe work its way up like so. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue around the outside edge there, which will hold it down along with the sticky stuff from the sticker there. Okay, and I've got another one of these little guys which can go over there. And then I will have the balance that I'm looking for this was all about balance. And I think, as you can see, there's relatively little, and it's fairly simple mixed media on this. And it's just, it just adds that orange around there, kind of adds the perfect touch to make it all kind of stand out. I'm just going to slide that right there. Again, I need to wipe that glue off. Let me put this back here because I'm not going to use it after all. And I will put this back here. I have my black ink out and ready to go. And I seem to have lost my pin to close. Oh, here it is. The glue with. And I'm going to put the glue in the pile of things to take to the kitchen. And I'll get it refilled. Okay. So I'm gonna just put black, and I'm running out. I need more. I'm sorry that my little skulls didn't come out better. I could have done them in ink, but I think they're kind of creepy and spooky. So in that regard, they're just perfect. Okay, I'm gonna give up on this, and I'm gonna see if I have a purple. I do. And my guess is I have a little more of it. Nothing wants to splatter. I'm kind of running low on it too, so I need a boost. I need to reorder lots of things, and it's hard for me to admit that because what I'm going to look for now is this is shimmer spray, and as you can hear, there's a lot more of it. It doesn't ever splatter quite as well. But when it dries, it's going to look very different from the plain black and purple. And I'm going to really make sure I get a lot of it in this purple paper that shows. Okay, there. And I might see what it would look like if I add a little white. No, I'm not. Okay, how about I have some silver-ish Heidi Swap Color Shine, oh no, I have this purple. It's Color Shine, so I have a purple shiny kind too. And that does always splatter really generously. And that's getting the kind of look I wanted. And I'm going to get it on the mat there too, because it's going to get covered up by the photo. Okay. And it's going to look very splattery. Okay. Thank you for watching. I'm going to stop now. I think I've done enough. And when you see it posted, I'll have digitally added a photo to it. So thank you for watching. Bye.